Thank you all so much for coming to our first ever Out of the Box. My name is Devina and I work at MABECS. We work with students to help them get places at UK universities. Most of the students we meet are quite confused about what they should study and also what they can do with their degree after they have finished their qualification. Often adding to the confusion are their lovely parents. No offense parents, but you know, sometimes you can have an influence on your kids and they get confused. So we often find that they're quite difficult conversations, right? What should I study? What will I do when I grow up? I was actually one of those students not so long ago, okay, 20 years ago, but still. And as a naive 17-year-old, my dreams of studying for a law degree were very much driven by what I had watched on TV. LA Law, anyone? In retrospect, I really wish someone had told me to do an internship at a law firm before diving into my LLB. So instead, I went straight into an LLB, and then midway through my degree, I did an internship during the summer, only to discover that I don't like minutiae. Now, this is a pretty important skill for a lawyer. You need to like details, and I didn't like details. I see myself as a big picture person, okay? So I go back to law school and I'm like, what do I do now? I'm in the middle of this law degree. And then I had to have quite difficult conversations with my parents about how all this money that invested in my expensive UK education was not going to result in me being a lawyer. And at the time, I think both my parents and I felt really bad about what had happened, and we didn't see a sort of end game. But clearly, things worked out okay. I'm here today working at MABECS, doing a job that I love, and I interact with students all the time. But I find myself having the same conversations with students and parents that I had with my parents 20 years ago. So I figured it was time for us to have a platform where we could bring parents and students together and for you to hear about opportunities beyond just your degree. We have two excellent and exciting speakers with us today.
Right, I've been given this topic that this is about thinking out of the box. So hopefully throughout my journey and presentation, I could pinpoint three periods in my life where I think, where I was thinking out of the box. I got my placements to medical schools. In medical school, I was told that I was really good in building rapport with children. Okay, so the professor in pediatrics told me this. I also loved the fact that if you're looking after a sick child and you make them better, you're actually helping the family, but actually you're looking after the child's future. This is the first time I was thinking out of the box, I suppose, because all houseman jobs, okay, so when you graduate, all houseman jobs are contracted to the nearby hospitals. So in Nottingham, it was Queen's Medical Centre and the hospitals around that. But pediatrics at the time was being developed as a taster for housemen. Okay? So it was new. So I did not want to follow everybody else who was working in Nottingham or surrounding areas. I thought, no, I want to go for one of these house jobs that include pediatrics. I was the first few early doctors who were doing pediatrics as part of our housemanship, and that really confirmed my interest in pediatrics. I absolutely love the specialty. There are no shortcuts to success. To get into this entrance training, you have to work hard. There's no other way. But I was interested in something else that I was observing. Okay? So this is basically is about how you could provide care to help with the baby's brain development. I was under a lot of skepticism, a lot of opposition. But we collected a lot of science. This is just one of the research literature that we published. We show that this is how we reduce the stress level of babies in the unit by providing this specific care. Okay, this care is known as developmental care. And very quickly, after all this research came out, everybody else in the UK wanted to develop this way of caring after babies. Okay. So what I'm trying to say here is, to think out of the box, you also need to realize that radical ideas often gets a lot of opposition, and you need to be ready for that. If you believe in it, and you believe that it's for a good outcome, don't be scared and just get on with it. The UK is a great springboard for this kind of knowledge acquisition, skills, and opportunities. FaceTime was available in 2010. Okay? Immediately I thought, okay, right, so my juniors can now show me a picture of a baby in trouble as I give my advice. Why not? Okay? Again, go with your gut feeling. If something's good, go for it. You need to think that technology can't just be for the sake of technology, because it was really hard to do part-time in medicine and part-time in tech. In line with thinking out of the box, do not be afraid to think differently, especially if what you're thinking has a good outcome. Okay, go for it. There's no shortcuts to success. Work hard. This is a picture of this little man. Okay. He was born at 23 weeks gestation. Okay, mother was pregnant for 23 weeks. His chance of survival without any disabilities was only 1%. Okay. But with amazing care, with good attention, you can turn that 1% to 100%. That's him 4 years later. Chance to 100%. Thank you.